Welcome back to Fat Chat by Body Majic. Now, thank you for everybody that's been tuning on in to all the episodes so far, with all the guest episodes we've had the last few weeks. And the episode today, I'm very, very lucky to have co-hosting with me, Premiership player for the West Coast Eagles, host of the biggest and baddest sports podcast in the whole world, BackChat. Please welcome Will Schofield.
I'm glad you said world, because I was thinking
it is the world.
Yeah.
We cover world. Cricket, you've got the basketball that gets covered, you've got any sport that is getting covered on
Mate,
BackChat.
I'm excited, been loving what you've been doing over here at FatChat, and I thought I ought to get amongst it. Look, people would call me Basil Zempler, Eddie Maguire, put my face everywhere, so I thought I better put my face over at FatChat.
Absolutely, get over at FatChat, absolutely. So every second week now, we're going to be doing this sort of little bit more of a regular segment episode, where I'll either have yourself or Dan might jump in, maybe Hammer as well, a couple other guys as well, which would be good fun. And we're going to have some regular segments. We've got some giveaways that we're going to be doing as part of the podcast, and just covering a few, regular topics together.
I'm looking forward to the giveaway, got to be honest. Now, we're going to keep it under our hats a little bit, but the giveaway, I don't know if it's going to be an absolute success or a failure.
It's going to be real good or really bad. It's super confusing, but I love it. We have got, if anyone that's been watching the Fat Chat post, we've got a signed pair of Michael Zarafa gloves. We've got two of them. That is, in terms, I know you hate signatures,
Well, I want
Scully,
to keep pointing it out. It's just rogue by you, mate. It's like, hey, mate, give us 4 hours of your time and give me some signed merchandise.
What's another little signature for the listeners of Fat Chat?
There's a footy back there if you want it, mate.
Yeah, that's good. We can do that too. That's next episode.
No, that's mine.
But we've got these gloves that we're going to give away. We're going to share how we're going to do that with some listeners, and also as part of this show, we want to get the listeners more involved with this as well over the next few weeks. So, as part of the BackChat show yesterday that I was on, if you haven't listened to it, make sure you go check that one out.
Yes.
I was on the podcast with the boys, and we launched the FatChat Challenge, which I'm super excited about. Let's tell everybody at FatChat what that is about, Scully.
Well, so this is on the back of Hamish Brayshaw. Went to Christmas lunch with his family.
Yes.
So he's the brother of Andy Brayshaw, MVP of the league last year. Angus Brayshaw, premiership player.
Guns all round.
Will Brayshaw, who's a military serviceman, absolute
Beast.
rooster of a bloke,
Yep.
and Hamish was up the back eating the turkey, putting too much food in his mouth, and his dad said, "You're overweight, you need to lose some
Get
weight."
over here, too much Hammer right now.
So Hammer said, "I'm going to get under 90 kilos by round one," which he did. Cheated a little bit, did a bit of an absolutely no recommendation weight cut for it.
There was 7 or 8 kilos that he did really well,
Yes.
and then I think he was telling me he lost 7 kilos in the last 24 hours.
Which is absolutely, like, there's real danger to your health. So we're not going to recommend that. But it was around, so when we started doing that, Dan and I jumped on board, said we need to lose weight as well. And we developed this real community, Fat Chat.
You did.
Which was, look, it was about a bunch of girls and guys, and it wasn't just a bloke seeing all the ladsy around. There was a big group of us just doing good things.
Fitness things.
Some
Just
people
doing a bit
losing
better.
heaps of weight. Some people just getting out and going for a walk. We met a guy at the BackChat Ale release who lost 21 kilos.
This was the video that you played last night.
Yeah, 21 kilos over the course of our Fat Chat period, which is like 3 months. He said no matter what he'd tried, he couldn't lose any weight.
Yeah.
And just having a community which is what we started at Fat Chat, of just people getting each other and getting around each other, it was able to lose 21 kilos. So.
It's amazing stuff. So what we're going to do as part of this Fat Chat Challenge is we're going to bring a little bit more structure and guidance to all the people as part of Fat Chat. So we're bringing personalised workout programs, personalised nutrition plans and help, and exactly right, we're building that community and creating all the support network that you need to have fun and actually enjoy your training as well.
So what you're doing is, right, so with this Fat Chat thing, so Hammer killed it. Dan was quite good.
He did 7 or 8 kilos
Yeah,
as
7
well.
or 8 kilos. I was appalling. I said I wanted to lose 11 kilos. I lost 100 grams.
Yeah,
Look,
got the decimals mixed up there a little bit.
I lost weight, had some blowouts, didn't have the discipline to keep myself in track. So that's what you've added. You've actually added a little bit of discipline, but the most important thing is the community.
Exactly.
It's not, we could go and sign up to any online platform around get someone to tell you how to, tell me if I'm wrong, but what you're teaching it's not this worldwide secret, right?
Exactly right.
Eat well, sleep well, bit of exercise.
Exactly.
Have a little bit of discipline around it. But the actual thing that you are doing is the community.
Yes.
That's what's unique.
Exactly. And I'm sure everybody out there has signed up to a gym membership or an online platform or an app or something like that previously. And maybe you've done it for a little while, but then you fall off because, you lack a bit of motivation, other things get in the way. And the reason why that happens is you can have the best plan. You can have, the greatest exercise plan anybody's ever put together. But if you're not actually enjoying and you're being supported whilst you do that, it's all for nothing. It's not a very good plan if you're only sticking to it for a couple of weeks. So what we want to create is that community of support of everybody that's going through the journey together. We're going to be there supporting each other. We're going to be learning off each other and just getting it done together. It's so much easier when you're part of something, just like, Scully. I mean, being part of West Coast, a premiership team, there's nothing better than actually being part of something with other people and going through the tough times together. And then at the end of it, you look back and go, how good was that? And you've got the lifelong memories from that. It's the exact same thing.
I look back at my career, elite athlete, right? And I take the piss out of myself a fair bit, but I was a fit guy for 15 years. And one thing I always struggled with was the fitness element, because it's bloody hard. But what got me through was the team element.
Exactly.
I was an athlete growing up, an athletics guy, and I had to choose between athletics and footy, and I chose footy because of the team element. Because as a runner, I used to love the game day stuff, the race, but training, I was just god awful at. Lacked the motivation, didn't have the discipline to do it if it was just on me.
It was very lonely being out there by yourself doing an individual sport like that.
So when I came out of the AFL, I lost the team element. I played waffle for a little bit, came out, I lost the team element. So to get me back into it, this is what FatChat did do it. Now, I lost 100 grams and didn't quite maintain what I should have been doing. But the actual enjoyment came back because I was doing it with other people and competing and taking the piss a little bit. It was good.
Exactly. So like a little bit of like a breakdown of all the things that are included with the challenge and a few more details about it. So we're going to start on July 31st. So we've got a few weeks for you to, get your stuff together, enjoy the rest of your July, have a couple of, exactly right. And we start on the 31st. It's going to run for 12 weeks. And I'll be providing, like I said, all the workout plans, nutrition plans, and also be checking in with everybody one-on-one each week just to provide guidance.
We have the app though, and the messaging group, the community. Over at FatChat, if you are a fan from over there, we went from Instagram, we went to Discord. There was just a little bit of separation of that community. Everyone's going to live in the same place.
On Body Majic online, exactly right. Correct. So we'll all be there together. There's an exclusive challenge page that's got a leaderboard with everybody that's involved with the FatChat challenge, including yourself, Dan, Hammer, all the guys down here.
Oh, I'm doing it.
Yeah, it's going to be great. And in that as well as the group chat where we'll be bantering away, we'll be providing support, just having a bit of fun with it and creating that supportive environment that we're just going to achieve great things together. And on a Saturday morning every week as well, if that wasn't good enough, just doing all the online stuff, Scotty, we're going to go down to either a park, we might go down the beach some days, we might organise some ice baths for a session. There's going to be lots of different things that we do. Everybody's going to get together 8 o'clock Saturday morning. We're going to hit a session, all be in there in person. It's going to be a lot of fun. So
we're talking, we're getting the tyres out, we're flipping tyres, we're carrying logs.
There's going to be all sorts of stuff. There might be stuff like that. We might just be doing a stretching session. We might do something in the pool. Who knows? We're going to just do different things every Saturday morning, because it's not just about going hardcore for this. This is not just a shout out to anybody that wants to lose, 10 kilos and that you have to do that if you're coming and doing the challenge. We just want you just to do a little bit better for this 12 weeks than what you did the last 12 weeks. And that's going to look different to everybody. So if you're someone that, you've got kids and you've got a really busy work schedule and whatever, we just want to get you training a little bit, moving a bit more. Yeah. Scully, exactly right.
Basically Scully.
But then if you're someone that wants to come in and really blast it and take it hardcore, exactly like right. Yeah, we're going to get that into that later. We can do that as well. So we really want to cater it to everybody, all abilities of fitness. And we've got something for you to work on, and we just want to do a little bit better altogether. So very excited. It's $25 per week if you want to come and sign on up. Head on over to www.bodymagic.fit and we'll get you enrolled in that. There is limited spots though. We've got a few weeks. You've got a little bit of time to make your mind up or get your stuff sorted, but there is limited spots. So make sure we get on in quick, and there is some stuff for some Patreon members as well over at BackChat as well.
If you're looking for a little bit of a discount, I will say maybe just have a look over at Patreon.
Very worthwhile. So anyway, we'd love to have you in, guys, and can't wait to get ripping into that. So Scully, just on the back of announcing the FatChat challenge, I want to know exactly what you want to get out of it. And let's make a little bit of a plan together and have a bit of a chat about how we can achieve your goals. So what do you want to get out of it?
Well, so I weighed in on the show last night. Well, not that weight has been a problem for me, but I think that's the easiest way for me to measure it.
Yep.
Yeah, I'd love to eat a bit better. I'd love to be doing all that stuff. But if I can drop some kilos, like I think that's best measurable for me. And that won't be the same for everyone, right?
Yeah,
but that's
absolutely.
what I'm going to look at. So I think I was almost 107 or was 106?
I think it was 106 and a bit, yeah.
That's big for me. So when I used to play AFL, the heaviest I ever played at was 100. I hit 3 figures like once, and that's fully carbo loaded, fully ripped, inch of my life.
Oh, yeah.
That was never me. But
and a kilo beard weighing you down too as well.
But
so
the biggest I was 100. So I'm 106. So I'm carrying a bit, right? That's okay. But yeah, I'd like to come back to my playing weight, which was 95.
Yep.
11 kilos. Doable.
We can definitely do that.
I told you before I started that I wanted to have a good crack at it.
Absolutely, yeah. So again, it just depends on how hardcore you want to go for it. So being realistic, a kilo of body fat per week, that's a pretty good goal. You will have to do that pretty hard and pretty strict to get that. There's not a massive room for error, but we can definitely do it. That's very achievable.
I'm thinking about getting off the piss for August.
It's going to make a big difference. So how many beers would you have a week?
Well,
roughly.
Mondays we usually have a couple of beers over dinner. Friday usually have some, and then there's probably a blowout on every weekend. So there's like
so we're looking
3 or 4 a week.
So at 3 or 4 different drinking sessions.
So like maybe three beers on a Monday, 5 beers on a Friday.
Yep.
More than 5 on a Saturday or a Sunday.
So we're looking at maybe to like 12 and 15 beers a week kind of thing. So like if we're like saying that they're about, 150 calories each. Let's have a look. What's that? So we're like 1,800 calories just in beers in a week. Yes. So is it going to be realistic to think that you're going to completely cut that out 100%? Probably not. So what we want to do is we just want to make some smaller goals that we can go, you know what, we can actually do that. So if you were to do 6 beers in a week, you've already halved your intake. You've just saved 900 calories there, which is massive. So we do that with a bit of exercise, and that's going to get you pretty close. So it's just about finding those little things like that we can switch out that isn't going to take too much of an effort. So really, do you need the beers on the Monday?
I don't know. I don't need them.
I mean, that's one. That's one we could for the 12 weeks.
I think 12 weeks we can cut.
We could cut the Monday one, and then what was the other one? Friday and Saturday.
Friday. I reckon mentally I need one at like one time a week. Right, and go. I'm having a couple of beers.
Yeah, cool, sweet. Is that the Friday or the Saturday for you?
Friday.
Friday. All right, cool. If you can have 6 beers on the Friday.
I don't reckon I even need 6 beers. If I'm talking about what I need, probably 3 beers would get me right.
Perfect.
Mentally.
Well, this is the other thing as well, because the second that you start going, okay, you can't have anything, that's the first thing you want to do.
Jared. I hate Gerard. I hate FatChat.
This is shit. Yeah, exactly. And so you've become very unhappy doing it. You're not going to keep doing it for very long. But even just giving you the option there, go, all right, have 6 on Friday. You've gone, oh, actually, I probably don't need 6, do I? And I go, all right, perfect. That's good, Scully. Well done. Tick. So we'll do that. Great. So you could have 2 or 3 on the Friday. If you really needed another couple on the Saturday night, perfect. And we've just halved your alcohol intake and saved heaps of calories there. And then when you're looking at halving, particularly alcohol intake or reducing it a bit, think of all the calories that you also save with some food choices that you make as soon as you had a couple of beers.
HJ's and KFC on the way home.
The sleep that you save as well, because you're actually having a good night's sleep. You're having good night's sleep. That means you're going to be able to train better on a Monday, Tuesday. You're not going to miss your Pilates session on a Tuesday morning like you did today. So it's all these little ripple effects that reducing alcohol and getting enough sleep and reducing some calories can really do. And really, that's probably not that big of an effort for you to do, I don't think.
In general, what am I trying to cut out of my diet from calorie? I was an elite athlete, and I still don't know about calories. And I would assume most people listening who haven't been exposed to that sort of chat about calories, and how do you actually maintain that without being an expert on food, calories?
Well, it's a little bit of a step-by-step process with this also. How we're going to go about it with everybody on the challenge is that the first week, we're not worrying about calories, don't worry about the numbers. We're only worrying about training a little bit more and just picking some food that we've got available to cook and just be a bit more organized. So that's it for the first 2 weeks. There's nothing about calories, don't have to worry about the numbers. We just start by that. And then the 3rd week onwards, we go, okay, cool. Let's try to get your protein up. And that's the first thing we look at is let's get a little bit more protein into your diet. Okay. So for a male, you want about 1.5 grams of protein per kilo of body weight. For a female, about 1, maybe just over 1.2. And that's it. That's your minimum. So you start with that week 3. And then from week 4 onwards, that's when you go, all right, cool. You want to really light it up? let's start to look at your calories, and that's where we can start tracking those a little bit more. But look, that's not going to be for everybody, and that approach is not going to be for everyone, but it is a good way just to see how much you're eating and how much you're actually expending throughout the week. So everyone's going to be very different as to the approach and the technique that works for them. It works really well, but by just doing these in these little gradual steps and processes, it just makes it feel like much less effort. So we're just making small little goals every week, ticking those off, because if you try to do the big lifestyle overhaul, it might last for 2 weeks, 3 weeks while you're all buzzed up, and then all of a sudden you can't be fucked one day and you're back in the hole. So we just want to be making all these little small little incremental changes in those 1%ers every day. So hopefully by the end of the 12 weeks, you'll be absolutely flying.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
So food, we sort that out. Alcohol, sort that out. Exercise.
The exercise. So the programs that I'll be doing up, there's 4 workouts that you can do each week. You don't really need to be doing any more than 4. And I mean, with everybody's busy schedule with work, and you probably want to sleep in on it and chill out on children exactly on the weekends. 4 is kind of the magic number. If you do anything less than 4, you kind of don't progress nearly as fast. 4 seems to be the magic number.
So I'll tell you what I'm doing right now, and you tell me what we'd sort of try to add in or take away.
Yep.
So I do Pilates 5:30.
Yep.
When
on
I
a
get
Tuesday.
Up. Yeah, when I get up.
Yeah.
Tuesday morning. I do a PT session on Thursday.
Yep.
And this is so just taking it back again, like I'm not some sort of athlete anymore. So my activities are Thursday morning, I do a PT session for an hour. It's like a CrossFit type thing.
Yep.
Bit of weights, bit of aero, bit of whatever.
Yep.
Thursday night I train with the Aquinas footy team.
Great.
So I coach them, but I'm like, well, if
Jump
I'm here,
in and have a kick.
Yeah, man, I run around. I reckon I do, mate.
And how good squashing teenagers.
Yeah, correct. Absolutely passion. That's funny. Yeah. I get on the bump bags immediately. Feel real good about myself. Hero. I reckon I do maybe 6Ks. I reckon I get about 6Ks done
for that Thursday session.
And then I try and somewhere through the week get a 5K walk jog in.
Yep.
And it's literally with the kids.
Great.
Misses.
So, I mean, that's 4 times in a week that you've been active, and that's awesome. But we just want to make sure we actually definitely get that 4. So like the Tuesday, we just want to make sure that we get there doing the Pilates session or maybe one of my workouts, whatever.
Yes.
You got your PT session, awesome. You got your football session, fantastic. And then that 4th one, just need to make sure we get that 4th one. And that's the floater that we're really going to be able to get some improvement. And that's where you're really going to start to see some results just by getting that one up a little bit.
But that sort of stuff's fine. Like Pilates, into a footy session, into like a bit of a mix session. And then the other one's like a
And that's the other thing, that everybody's got other things going on, whether it's sport or, you like to go out with the kids and you do this activity or that activity, whatever. We want to still make sure that you're doing all those things that you like and love, and all the workouts that I'm putting together for you, these are just optional extras that you can chuck on in. And we can tighten up all those other areas around it as well with your food, just keeping you accountable, be supportive with it, all that sort of thing to get that result. So we don't want to stop you doing anything that you actually enjoy, because I don't want you to be unhappy for it. I want you to also complement all the exercise and complement doing a little bit of dieting and see how much that improves your mood and how well you go. So, and then on that as well, with the leaderboard that we've got in the challenge, you'll be able to get daily points for completing a workout, whether that's one on the site that I give you or a Pilates session or a PT or a football, whatever it might be. You can also get a point for improving your eating, just an honesty system. So you got to be fucking honest. Did you improve it today or not? And then the third one, you also get a point for tracking and logging your daily mood. So this is something that I've found personally the last 6 months has really helped me, is every day just acknowledging how I'm feeling. And it can just be as simple as, do I feel, have I got energy today, or am I feeling a bit flat? And if I'm feeling flat, am I pleasant or am I a bit unpleasant? And just by acknowledging that, it instantly makes you feel so much better. So regardless if you are having a bit of a flat day or a shitty day, the second that you acknowledge that that's how you're feeling, oh my gosh, everything just feels so much easier for the day. So that's something that we've also put into the site now, which is great. And then over time, it's amazing if you haven't been working out and you haven't been dieting, when you start to log all these things, you see the correlation between when you started, how your mood's feeling, to in a month's time, 2 months' time, 12 weeks' time at the end of it, how much that would have really changed your mood and how you feel and your energy levels, which is great. So
that's good. Yeah,
it is good. So very, very excited. Can't wait. So we've got 10 kilos to lose for you, Scoey. It's going to be tough.
Could be 11.
Could be 11. Yeah,
It's actually 11.
Yeah, great. So we're with that. That's the goal that we've got. I can't wait to work towards it and get everybody in on the Fat Chat Challenge.
Oh boy, I can't wait either. Very good.
Goey, I know you've only just started following me on Instagram the other day.
So does that mean we weren't friends and we are now?
I think
friends?
we are technically. Yeah. That's how.
Hey, it's good to be here, mate. I'm glad we follow each other on social media. I've got to be honest. Sometimes socials can get honestly overwhelming for me.
There's a lot going on.
Shit going on everywhere.
There's a lot going on, but you're finally following the only account that you should be following, and that's mine.
I'm so happy now.
If you've been following along with some of the videos I've been putting up, I've been training for a Ironman.
Seen it. You're a lunatic.
Yeah. So how this has kind of come about, it was actually on the Fat Chat podcast with Stephen Baker a few weeks ago.
Right.
And I was chatting to Bakes about coming on, and he was like, yep, great, I'll come and do the episode. And we started following each other, and he was getting around my Insta stuff for a little bit. And he was trying to get me involved in, he runs all these crazy endurance events. He does like marathons and all these big rides. And I think he's done a half Ironman before as well. He does all these crazy events. And he was like, mate, I'm putting together a team to do a full Ironman.
Great.
Are you in? And I was like, fuck no. Like, there's absolutely no chance, right? Body Maj does not do endurance.
Full Ironman. We're not talking a triathlon. We're talking an Ironman.
Ironman. So like distances for a full Ironman, we're talking 4K swim, 180K bike ride, and 42-kilometer run. A marathon to finish it off, right? All in one day.
That is crook.
It is fucking disgusting, right? And Body Maj does not do endurance at all, right? I lift 10 reps in the gym and I look good while I'm doing it, and that's about it, right? So that's all I do. I've never had endurance background or a tank at all. And then I kind of just for some reason, it sort of stuck with me. I said no. And then it stuck with me and I went, oh, I wonder if I could actually do this. And he said, oh, it's part of a team. We're going to do it together. It's a team thing. And I've gone, oh, perfect. We're going to split this up.
So a relay.
It's like a relay. So I've gone,
you had a baton.
Yeah, so I've gone, okay, perfect. So like between four of us, that's a kilometre swim, doable. 40K ride, that's pretty doable.
Yes.
And a 10-kilometre run. I was like, oh, that might be on the limit, but maybe we could do that. So I started training for it. Didn't tell him. I just thought I'll just challenge myself, see if I can actually do this. And I started doing a little bit. I started off with just doing a 2-kilometre run on the treadmill. I was absolutely fucked after that. And then I just put another kilometre on each time, just a little bit more. The swim, I went for a swim, started with 700 metres, almost fucking drowned first one. So
4K is a big swim. I'm a good swimmer.
Yeah, 4K is a long way.
I used to swim a lot. I don't think I've ever swum 4Ks.
Yeah. And I was like, all right, well, in the team, that's only a kilometre. All right, that's perfect.
You can do a K.
I can do a K. So I was like, jumped in, did 700 metres, almost drowned. Had to go for a sleep after. I was so exhausted, just like oxygen deprived.
Like an anchor drain.
It was shocking. And then I got on the bike and I went, oh, yeah, the bike's not bad. Went for a ride. My daddy's pretty into it.
And then the BMX track.
Yeah, across the road, up and down the hills and that. It was a lot of laps, but then I went on over to do the podcast with Steve over in Melbourne.
Yes,
and I was like, "Oh, mate," and I was thinking, "Okay, yeah, I'm going to surprise him on the podcast to do this." He's like, "Yeah, right, mate. No worries. Sounds good. On the podcast, you can bring up. Would you like me to get involved with your Ironman team?" He's like, "All right, yeah, cool." So then we start doing the bit with the intention of I'm going to sign up, and we get talking about it, and he's telling me the distances and this and that, and I said, oh yeah, so that's the distances we're doing that in a team, and he's like, no, we're doing that individually. We're just going to run it together as a team, as in we're just going to be next to each other. So it's not really a fucking team. They're just doing it all individually, and I'd already on the podcast said, yeah, mate, I'm in. Let's do this. So I've been sprung.
When is it?
It's in December 3rd. So a bit of prep still, but I was going, fuck. So I thought I was doing a team, but now I've just been roped into doing a full one by myself, just running it next to fucking these guys.
Where are you at now? If you couldn't swim more than 700, what can you swim now?
So after I've been training for 8 weeks, I'm up to the most I've swam is 2.5 Ks. So it's getting close.
Oh, close.
Still a long way. 1.5 Ks at that end of it is pretty tough work. The ride initially was the part that was good, and I was like, oh yeah, the ride's going to be easy.
Ride a bike.
I've got to 100 Ks, and once you get to 100 Ks, that's another fucking story. Like the drop off after 100 Ks is just huge.
Muscle deprivation.
It's just I just can't do it. Anyway, so I did that. So I'm at 110. I did that on the weekend, and then the run, I went from doing 2 and 3 kilometers on the treadmill. I've done a 21K run, but I'm also finding that is an absolute wall to get past this 21 Ks, and I just need to double that. Pretty much everything I'm doing, I almost need to double. So It's been probably the hardest thing it is definitely the hardest thing I've ever trained for in my entire life. And just, it's all the random little bits in my body that people train for years to do a full Ironman. And I'm trying to jump in, not knowing I'm doing a full one, obviously.
Where is it?
Down south in Bustleton. It's the Bustleton one. So you got to swim out, the Bustleton jetty?
Yep.
You got to swim around the jetty and then back.
Is it 2Ks out?
2Ks out. And then 2Ks back in. Yeah, in the ocean too. I'm not a big ocean swimmer guy.
Just swim with your eyes closed.
Yeah, I might have to. And then 180K ride and then a marathon to finish it off. So I'm finding that, I'm just at this point now that it improved so quickly for a little bit.
Yeah.
And now it's just like,
trough.
It's big time. But
you'll find your way out of it.
Yeah, that's right. I'm keeping everyone pretty updated on Insta with all the videos and stuff I'm doing. I've had the drone up there for a few of the sessions doing stuff. So it's been pretty cool. And everybody that's been sending in tips, the amount, I reckon, I'm not even exaggerating this, I reckon I've had 300-400 messages of people sending in tips or, saying, hey, try this or try that.
Up the nips for the run.
Oh, no, shirt off, mate. Come on, mate. You don't look like this and run with the shirt on. Are you joking? Are you joking?
God.
I don't even know. This is amazing. I'm wearing a shirt right now, but it's...
FatChat with Body Magic naked.
But anyway, we'll keep progressing on, and when we do this every couple of weeks, I'll be bringing my little update. So currently we're sitting at 2.5 Ks, 110 bike ride, 21K run, and we've got a little bit of work to do this week.
Got to be honest with you, Gerard. I've got absolutely 0% interest in having anything to do with your Ironman experience, mate. I'll cheer you on. How about that?
Have you ever done an endurance event ever?
I did. So the reason I brought up triathlons, I did triathlons as a kid.
Did you?
I was a state triathlete.
Oh.
It's
pretty 10 people that were doing it?
Pretty much because there's 10 kids in the whole state doing it, and I happened to be in the top 4 of them. And then 2018 we won the flag, and in 2017 we did a teams triathlon. So I came down, I did the swim, good swimmer, tagged to a mate who did the bike, tagged to a mate who did the run. At the end of that day, we went back to the pub as you do, everyone back on the beers, and there was all these people who did the fully, and it was embarrassing to have done one leg. So we said, right, next year we're going to all do a full one. All committed, right, we're going to have 12 months leading up to it. Anyway, one thing led to another, end up winning a grand final premiership. I'm not fucking training for me. I'm not training for me triathlon.
Fair.
So did that, went a full week on the beers, went to Hong Kong for 4 days for footy trip, flew from Hong Kong to Noosa for the triathlon, right? And the triathlon was 3 days after the footy trip.
No.
I made it. That was pretty much it. I made it. I was leading after the swim.
What was the distances for that one?
1.5.
Oh, so child's play stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. 40K ride.
Yep.
I effectively rode a BMX bike around the hills of Noosa. I'm a big
rigger.
The joke goes it was like the big easy just sitting up on his BMX out on the flats, just copying full wind. It's like I was a sail ship. And then I got into the run. I was going okay. Got 5Ks out, and I was sitting like 4:15K pace, like quick.
That's good.
And I remember turning the marker with 5Ks to go. It was just out and back, and I turned around, and within 300 meters of turning around, I couldn't run, and I had to start walking.
Oh my God.
And I completely butchered it.
Yeah. Well, that happens.
I made it though, mate.
That's good. Great prep, but
it's just like a warm up for you.
So, like, just on that, if you've done some stuff like that, have you got any tips for the running part? Is what I die for. Like, up until this, the furthest I've ever run in a row was like 6-7 Ks.
So I spoke to Bo Waters. So Bo Waters, former West Coast Eagle, good man, great at the footy club. He went into doing. He did the Hawaii.
Did he?
5-0 or whatever it is.
Yep. Yeah. I think that's a TV show.
Yeah, but it is. But the Hawaiian Ironman, like the biggest in the world, he did it and did it well.
Wow.
His advice on, like, for the 3 legs, swimming, you got to do what you got to do. Bikes, one, you can get into a rhythm and really clock it. The run, really important to not go out hard.
Yep.
You got to go out easy.
Yep.
Save some tickets because everyone blows up.
Yeah.
And you got to know that you're going to blow up. In the actual race itself, you got to go out easy.
Yep.
If that means you got to walk out half the way, do that because
Yep.
you're going to want some tickets coming home.
Every single step that I take for a run, this is the loop that goes on every 10 seconds in my head. I'm running and I go, if I've started, I go, okay, cool. There's 20 more Ks to go today. Just stop. Oh no, you're right. Okay, there's 20 more Ks. Just stop. This is just the 3 things that go in my head over and over every 10 seconds. So it's pretty busy up there, just trying to.
I remember speaking to one of my ex-teammates. I'll leave him nameless, but he's not a very good runner. He's still playing for West Coast. That's why he's nameless. He he always used to ask me, like, what do you think about when you're running? Because I was a good runner and an athlete growing up, and I couldn't actually answer him. When I'm running, it's actually a bit of a mind killer for me. Like, I'm just focusing on running. So the advice I'd have is put some music in your ears or something.
Well,
get yourself out of your head.
Doing? Not music. I'm a big Lord of the Rings fan. I put headphones on and I go, Lord of the Rings.
Soundtrack.
No, not the soundtrack. Just the audio of the movie, because I know it so fucking well. I've got Lord of the Rings up here, just ticking on over for those runs.
So you listen to the movie.
Yep, I listen to the
put
movie
it on Netflix and you just.
Yep, and you just click play, so it's just the audio coming through. Slap that on, and you just run. I'm just running to Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, just like
I was thinking like the soundtrack would be good to listen to.
Well, I get the soundtrack plus I get the actors saying the exact movie, and it's just I've got the Lord of the Rings ticking on over in my head. I've got the visual image of it the whole time.
Good luck, mate. I wish you the best of luck. I won't be joining you.
Thanks, mate. This is the last part of the show today, and I'm bloody excited because we're about to give away the signed gloves by Michael Zarafa. Check the signature out.
He's got a hashtag on there.
He's got a hashtag. I don't actually know if anybody was listening to the BackChat last night. It's a thing apparently, not that I've ever had to give out my signature with a number on it. You don't hashtag it.
Well, what's he got on there? What is that?
T2T. I can't remember what it was.
Sorry, Michael.
We're gonna have to ask
love
him.
you as an athlete, but you can't be putting hashtags on. Sorry, it's a no-no.
So we've got these two gloves to give away, this signed pair of gloves. It is a primo signature.
Very nice.
It's very, very nice. And as part of these little giveaways, what we've been doing is in the episodes, if I've got to give away for a guest, we've got these ones, we've got a few signed jumpers to give away the next few weeks, is I've been hiding a little code word inside the episodes.
Yes.
So the code word for the Michael episode was champ.
Great.
Right, because we were talking about that, the only sport that's actually okay to say well done champ is probably boxers, which is funny.
Love it.
So we hid that in the episode somewhere, and to get an entry, all people had to do, and if you're listening to this, make sure you go check out the social pages because there's always giveaways going on at the moment for these. You just have to tag a friend in the post that I put up on the Wednesday when FatChat comes out, and the more people that you tag in the post, the more entries you got in the post.
Right.
So
you tag 1,000 people.
1,000 entries. Yeah, exactly. So we've picked 4 people.
I might start.
You should start doing it. I know how much you love signed memorabilia, so you should really get in it. There's some good stuff up there.
There is, mate.
Some of it might go missing. If there's a slow week on FatChat, there may be less stuff behind me here.
Okay. So what are we doing? We're calling people.
So we've got 4 people that were very, very active on the post, and I put them into this little randomizer spinner here.
Right.
And what we're going to do is
you got their phone numbers.
I got their phone. So I text them saying, "Congratulations, you've been shortlisted. Make sure you know the code word." Right. And I'm going to need your number. I haven't given them my number, so I'm going to come up as an unknown number.
Okay.
And we're going to spin the wheel. There's 4 guys. We've got Jake, Danny, Scott, and Josh.
Okay.
We're going to spin the wheel. I've got their numbers here. We're going to give them a call live on the show here.
They need to answer with champ.
And they need to answer the first thing they say, champ.
Or hey champ.
Yeah, hey champ.
How you going,
or
champ?
g'day champ. Something like that. And if they do it, whack. Gloves are theirs. It's going to be awesome.
This could go either way. Yeah, that all 4 of them could either not answer, and be like, "Hello, Michael."
It could be awesome, or it could be an absolute flop, and I can't wait to see. It sounds like chaos, so it's going to be great. But if after the first ring, if they don't answer, we're going next person.
Okay, great.
Next person.
Spin it up.
All right,
mate.
let's spin it up. Here we go. Have we got? Hang on, we got the camera there. All right, let's spin this. We're spinning. Wheel is spinning. Who do we have?
What if it lands on?
We've got Josh. All right, Josh is first. I was worried it wasn't going to land.
I was going to say there's some blanks.
There's a couple of blankies there. So thank God. All right, let me get Josh's number up. Give me 1 second.
Okay, so Josh is sitting at home waiting for this call. I think Josh doesn't get it done.
You don't reckon?
Yeah, that's what I think.
I reckon he's going to come through. I reckon these guys are pretty keen. He must have tagged 20 people on this post.
Come on.
Are we ready to go? Yep. All right.
Let's give him a call.
Coming through.
Okay.
Come on, Joshy boy.
Okay.
Now we have to let him make the first move. Oh no. Josh is he's gonna fumble the gloves.
Just make sure you're not talking about him.
Champ.
Oh, there it is! There it is! Put the sounds on, Jaden. Put the sounds on. Oh, Joshy, well done, my friend. Well done. You have just won yourself a signed pair of Michael Zarafa gloves. You're here on the live on the FatChat podcast with Will Schofield here as well.
My man.
Josh, I mean, do you want to leave it any more to the death, big fella? How many rings you got on your
I
phone? We better hang up on you.
I thought there's no way that's coming through.
I had to bail out of a sales meeting just to answer that call.
We love it. We love it, Joshy. That is really good stuff. That is really good stuff.
So, Josh, what did you tell him? You just say this is the wife calling. This is an emergency, or what's going on? You just ran out.
Yeah, family emergency. I got to go quick. Look out.
Very good, mate. Very good. Well, congratulations, because I'm telling you, man, these are primo gloves that you've just won. I'm going to send them out to you. Thanks very much for listening to Fat Chat. You been liking the pod so far?
Of course, mate. Mate, it is unreal. And it's seen how far you've come as well. We're going up with the BackChat boys. Good work.
Hey, Josh, I'm going to need you to sign up to the Fat Chat Challenge on the back of this, mate, as well.
Absolutely.
We need to get around myself, Hamish Brayshaw, Dan Contz, Big Gerard's doing it. He's running Ironmans, as you've seen. We need you to join up as well. Can you do that?
Yeah, mate, absolutely. I was listening to it this morning. I thought it's about time I get back to it, as Gerard knows.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Absolutely fucking love it, Josh. He's just not even a hey champ. He's just champ.
Champ, straight into it. We love it, mate. It was absolutely elite. Well, go back in, get that sales meeting done. Very well done. You've got some gloves coming your way. Bloody love your work.
Lovely. Thanks, legends.
Thanks, mate. Catch ya.
How bloody good's that?
That couldn't have gone any better. Actually, I had doubts. Everybody in here had doubts as to how that was going to go.
You didn't give him the password, did you? You just said, if I do ring, you need the password.
I said you need to know the password. So that was it, mate. How good is that? Well done, Josh. Fantastic.
I love that he's just left his job. See you later. I want the gloves.
So the next giveaway I've got a signed jersey from Jack Crisp. So if you want...
Holy shit.
Pretty good. That's good, mate. That's massive. So if you want to get involved with that one...
say, could be a premiership player this year.
He very well could be. It's a this year's jumper as well. So that's going, as you know, Scott, that's going straight up.
It's hot.
So if you want to get involved with that one, go check out the socials post I put up 2 weeks ago on Wednesday.
On Body Majic?
On Body Majic, yep. Either on TikTok or Instagram. Get tagging your mates. There's still time to do that. We're going to do exactly what we just did on the pod here in a couple of weeks. Yeah, absolutely.
Can I win it?
Absolutely, you can.
I'm entering.
Done.
I want it on the wall.
How's it going to work if I call you and you're sitting here, though? You won't know the passcode.
Well, but I still have to get... I think if I'm on the wheel, if I get shortlisted
fair.
And I'm on the wheel
it's fair.
And I get spun up, I think I deserve the chance.
That's fair.
But I'll have to have listened to get the pod to get the password.
You will.
There's no cheating there.
I love it, mate. Well, that was bloody awesome, guys. The next episode I've got coming out next week, we've got Justin Kazitsky, which is one that it's massive. So this was probably it was a little bit heavy at times because...
Absolutely.
Justin actually has got some issues post-football from concussion.
Yeah, head trauma.
Yeah, and it's really caused him to have some serious mental health issues that he opened up amazingly about, and he's now involved with the Danny Frawley Foundation and doing some amazing work there as a mentor. And since doing the pod, he's been popping up all over the place. He was played at the Danny Frawley game a couple of weeks ago, St Kilda against, was it Carlton?
Was it Carlton?
I think it was Carlton. Anyway, they did a curtain raiser game. He's been on lots of speaking stuff lately and opening up about his mental health, and it was a really, really in-depth.
Would have been Richmond, I reckon.
Richmond, yep. It was a great chat, and I can't wait to bring that one to everybody.
Great.
Make sure you get around the post to win the Jack Crisp signed jersey, and also, little announcement.
How much more can we get?
I know, Fat Chat is now the official podcast of Sneakerland.
Holy shit.
So if anybody doesn't know what Sneakerland is, it's an event here in Perth happening at RAC Arena. It's on the 2nd of September. If you're looking right now, if we can get a shot of these are brand new ones. Jordan 4s, Thunders. Anyway, I'm pretty into the sneakers. So we're going to be down there on the event. We're going to be doing a live podcast for a couple of hours. We're going to have some of the great people that they've got coming down. There's athletes. There's other celebs, mega celebs in Perth all coming down. Scoey will be there. Mega names. And we're going to be having a bit of fun there. We've also got another giveaway with that if there's a giveaway that I actually want to win it myself, it's fucking this giveaway. It is that good. I don't know
what it is.
It's a pair of shoes, and it's a seriously good pair of shoes. Okay. That's all I'll say.
Very good.
But anyway, if you want to get tickets to that, head on over to the Sneakerland website. Make sure you get tickets early because they are selling out quickly. But Scoey, thank you so much for coming on.
I'm looking forward to the next post-July. I'm going to have a couple of blowouts.
It's going to be a huge next 12 weeks, next 3 months for us, getting involved with the Fat Chat Challenge. If you want to get involved with of that, head to www.bodymagic.fit
Yes.
to sign on up. Scully's going to be there. Dan's going to be there. Hammer's going to be there. All the guys behind the cameras are going to be on it. It's going to be great fun.
We're going to get shamed by a few people in here. There's some closet hard workers in here.
Yeah.
That's why they're employed here at BackChat, because they work hard, and I think they're going to put me to shame.
Absolutely. I love it. Well, thank you very much, and we'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.